Hello and welcome to my first video. I am showing a race in the Mustang GT7. I qualified first with a 2:33, I believe. I know I could do better, probably. Try to get the best time that I could. Not really used to Spa, but first turn for sure, I definitely braked early. That probably gave the NSX behind us a really good advantage, and I guess I just would have to try and make it up on these turns. Going aggressive on the curbs. He did what I can, but NSX obviously in my rearview mirror is hauling, catching up to me easily, and yeah, side by side at this point. Going into the turn, he definitely beats me into the turn, and still try to be as aggressive as I possibly can, getting a little bit wobbly on the curbs, hitting the cones. I try to hug the inside, but probably shouldn't have swung so wide. Taking out the cones again, trying to use as much track as I can, carrying speed into every turn, but this guy is something else. He gets away from me. McLaren, I believe, is behind me. Actually, don't quote me on that. I can't tell. His obviously another battle that I have to worry about, but my head's definitely focused in the car in front. McLaren gets beside me, almost gets me on that turn, but we're definitely battling it out. We gain on the exit, and hopefully our top speed is better than his. Looks like he's gaining on us again. Hopefully during this hairpin we can get an advantage and get ahead of him. NSX is doing really good up ahead. Never mind, he has a 0.5 penalty. He definitely hit track limits somewhere. Going off the track again. I think he's getting nervous after his last mistakes. Side by side with the McLaren. Still don't quote me on that. Don't know. Ooh, there goes J. Daniels. See, he didn't have quite the best time on that exit, but now we have the lead with let's just call him Jerry. Jerry is definitely catching up to us. Side by side. Oh, not quite. It's on my back fender. Trying to give him the space in case he decides to pass. He's unable to pass, so it's all up to the braking zone. We do good. We hold on. And we proceed to try to get a gap ahead of him. Trying to get him out of my draft if I can, and we start to lose some here. He takes the turn a little bit better than me on the inside. From here we try to hammer down and try to increase the gap behind. See what we could do. Hit the nitrous. Alright, we managed to get 1.3 seconds of a gap. Let's see if we could hold on to it. He starts gaining. around this turn, 1.02, 0.9. Takes this turn a lot better. I don't know if it's because I'm in the Mustang, but he definitely has the downforce for those turns, or at least just a better car. Down to this wide turn. Try hold on. This is where we start gaining. I don't know if it's the top speed of the Mustang, but we definitely start pulling away from him on those longer stretches. Focusing on hitting all the apexes that I can. Making the track as wide as possible for speed. And he still is gaining on us. 0.5 seconds. 0.8. 1 second. Oh, this is where I'm pretty sure he picked up a penalty and served it right there because we started gaining as soon as we passed the penalty checkpoint. So focus again, try to keep the gap behind us where it's at. 2 seconds looks nice. Beautiful. Getting consistent times now, 234.1. Get wide on the turn 1, and unfortunately, we pick up a penalty. But head down, and let's see what we can do. I know once we get to the checkpoint, he's gonna start gaining on us major, so we gotta hammer down again. Ended up keeping a 2-second gap behind us. Again, doing really well on the wide turn. Trying to get as much as I can before we hit that penalty checkpoint again. Because I obviously saw Jerry got a lot of a disadvantage from hitting a penalty, so hopefully I'm not the same as him and could keep the lead. Here we go. Kept it in 4th gear because revs start going up as soon as we do. But we're not the only ones sacrificing because there's a spin out on the track. But that just means me and Jerry are alone, fighting for the win. Coming up to the final lap. Taking this hairpin as best as we can in the Mustang. Don't want to swing the back end too much. Picking it up on the straight. 1.8 seconds of a gap behind us. Doing well. Taking turn 1. Oof, a little aggressive. Trying to get used to being able to apply as much throttle as I unwind the steering wheel. But we're working on it. No pressure from here. 1.8 seconds of a gap behind us. I think all we have to do is take it home from here. Getting aggressive on the curb again. Taking it easy. Three seconds of a gap, so he messed up somewhere behind us on those turns. Or we just did too good, but consistent times again. 234, 234, 235. Last lap I messed up somewhere. Trying to carry as much speed on that turn, that specific turn I'm working on. I think this is where I realized jabbing the brakes gives me enough slip angle to hammer down on the throttle early and carry as much speed on that turn. Again, playing it safe, doing my best to stay on track. Did really good on tires as well. Doesn't look like my tires were worn down as much as last races. Flat out on this turn, coming up to the hairpin, and obviously as long as I get this, we got the win. Very excited for this, as it was my first win, first qualifying. Knocked this one right out the park and had a really good challenge working on the GT Mustang. So hope you guys enjoyed, and get ready for more content